Cheers, everybody.
Welcome, welcome.
You're the most enthusiastic person I know. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze. It is good to be here.
I don't even know what day it is.
It's a whiskey day. You don't know what day it is. It's Thursday. Whiskey day. Right? Thursday?
Every Thursday.
It is Thursday.
Could be yesterday.
Could be yesterday. Could be tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Could be last week.
Could be next week.
Could be next month.
Could be last month.
Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze. It is a whiskey day where we try all sorts of whiskeys, flavored whiskeys, blended whiskeys, single malts, whatever. It's one of my favorite days of the week because we try something new every day and stuff that you probably have never seen or get your hands on. And that includes today's sample. So if you like what we do, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It does mean a lot to us. Also hit that bell for notifications of new videos. We do new videos every day, Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time. Whew, I need a commercial, don't I? No?
What time is Central Standard Time going to be when they get rid of the time change?
I don't know. Okay, so today's fare is called Grag and Glen. Grag and Glen.
And I'm going to guess it's from the UK?
Yes, it's from the UK. It's from the UK. Okay. It's a blended Scotch malt whiskey. It is aged 3 years, and it's from the Glen Grant distillery. So it's a conglomerate type of thing. So when you go to the UK and Scotland, you'll find a lot of oddball whiskeys that you've never heard of that are only available in local areas, because there's a lot of places that still do the old vatting blended, like one specific store or one group, and they'll get different ones and blend it, and they bottle it just like, you know, a normal distributed bottle.
Because of adding is like when several distilleries just bring all their...
Well, it's when a company, usually the old dry goods store or grocery stores of the old days, would buy a bunch of barreled whiskey and then they'd vat them together and create their own blends. So, no different than what we do in our small barrel, putting different blends in. So this is a blended whiskey. It's 40% or 80 proof. It is about 12 English pounds. So that's about $18. Of course, you can't buy this here in the United States. You can only buy it in the UK. And I believe, if I'm correct, I'm always incorrect, I believe I got this in London on my last visit. So it's definitely available in the London area. Not sure. It might have been a grocery store pickup, like a Sainsbury or Co-op or something. So you can check those out. I don't think it was Tesco or anything. Andy's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know what a Sainsbury is.
It's a grocery store.
I thought that was a sandwich, isn't it?
No.
Samberry sandwich?
No. Just stop talking. All right.
Samberry's pie.
So this is 40% blended at about $18. I like going to the UK and Scotland because there is such a ginormous variety of whiskeys. And they have lots of bourbons there too that I have never actually seen in the United States, but they're Kentucky bourbons or they're whatever. But they have such a wide variety of whiskeys. And a lot of times you can pick up something like Ardbeg or Glenlivet or Oban in a completely different label because it's been relabeled by whatever entity selling it, which I also think is cool because they're special editions.
Well, I'm sure if you came here from the UK and looked at some of our liquor stores, you'd be like, I've never seen any of this stuff before.
True, but
it's just a different perspective.
Yeah, it's just really cool to see all sorts of different types of scotches, especially being a Scotch lover, so much more than anything else. So this is going to be really a 4-barrel on cost. However, if you're in the United States, it's going to be a 1-barrel because you have to get a plane ticket, probably a hotel, monetary exchanges.
I think you're getting the barrels mixed up.
Why?
So 1 barrel would be cheap.
No, a 1 barrel is over $40.
Oh.
See this card that you really need to look at?
I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
4
It's
years.
the first time ever.
First time.
First time ever.
Let's go ahead and smell this.
Missed it here.
Ooh. Had a big sharp sting on it, but I probably inhaled wrong. Allergies are really messing me up lately, so we'll be right back. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this review.
Achoo.
It's got a,
It's very buttery.
yeah.
And it's butterscotchy. Oh. It's got a little bit of alcohol-y.
Spiciness of the alcohol. Apricot.
Yeah, a little bit of the fruit, but mostly it's the buttery that stands out, and butterscotchy that stands out to me. Oh, yeah, the butterscotch is just like...
It reminds me of those that probably have a additional neutral grain spirit added to it.
It's maybe a little bit of mint, but there's
Yeah.
very pronounced.
So it's a blend of carefully selected malt and grain whiskies from some of Scotland's finest distilleries. It is aged in oak casks, so it doesn't say it's aged in a bourbon cask, it just says oak cask to give it a complete, complex character.
Well, I'm going to say, after we've done the last couple of Johnny Walkers, this is very just like... It's pretty much like a one note. It's not like... It's not like the Johnny Walker where you're like, oh, there's so much you can...
I just think the Johnny Walkers and most of what we do, the big name brands, have a more complex smoothness to it. The things mingle and meld so well together. This one, I think they're fighting the malt and the grains, and I think the grains are winning. So you're getting that alcohol sting and that kind of neutral grain spirit aspect to it. It smells, I mean, it's not a bad smell.
No, it's not unpleasant at all.
It's got a nice aroma to it. It's just, there's a conflict going on.
To me, it's like the butterscotch, and then when you said the apple, and I smell it again, it's like a carameled apple.
See, I get apricot, but I can understand the caramel apple. I can tell you just based off of the aroma that this is going to demand some water. Little upfront and back end spiciness to it. Otherwise, it's got a nice flavor. Some honey and vanilla.
A little peppery.
Yeah, that spiciness is up front.
Yeah.
And then on the back end. Not as much of the fruit. Not very much maltiness to me. I'm not getting a lot of
Still
malt.
got the butterscotch in the flavor.
Okay.
Maybe caramel butterscotch.
The bite is... The bite's a bit sharp. That upfront spiciness, and then it lasts through the thing and lingers on. So I'm going to have to say it's a 2.5 on bite.
Yeah.
For 40%, 80 proof, it's
a little tingly on your tongue.
So let's do some water in here, and I'm going to add a little bit more than I normally do. Oh, the aroma is so much better. I'm actually getting some maltiness and more of the Scotchy essence and less of the neutral grain, the grain essence.
It's kind of...
Still getting a little of the burn, though.
Yeah, it kind of dulls the butterscotchy, but I still get it. And
but the maltiness comes out much better.
it kind of pumped up the alcohol-y kind of...
Oh, and the flavor is so much better. This is definitely, I knew from the first start that this is going to be something that needs water.
Yeah, it gives it a much richer
Yes. I think that...
taste. And it with the water, it gets rid of the bite.
Yes. I think that this is probably one of the few whiskeys that I would actually... The Scotch whiskeys that I think would probably be good on the rocks. Mm-hmm. Or just a good... I'm not the whole 50-50, 50% water, 50% Scotch that a lot of Scotch drinkers are in Scotland. I think it's more of
that, and I'm interested in just...
I have tried it, and I think it just waters it out too much. But, it's a whole different culture and method of drinking Scotch over there. I think that maybe a 75-25, 25% water or a little bit less. But the droppage I put in there was decent. But I think this would be something I would want to put over ice.
I'm going to say...
I can tell you this isn't going to last very long. I'm going to drink it.
I'm going to say for flavor, I'm giving it a 3 with the water. Mm-hmm. If I didn't have the water in it, I'd
be a little bit less.
Yeah.
That's me. I gave it a weak 3 without the water and a strong 3 with the water. I gave it a 2.5 on aroma. 2.5 to a 3. You gave it a strong or an even 3.
Well, I kind of like that butterscotch smell. It was like it intrigued me quite a bit because you don't get a lot of butterscotch smelling unless you're doing a butterscotch liqueur or something.
So, with all of its oddballness, like a 2.5 to 3 on aroma, a 3 on flavor, and a 2.5 on bite, because of the cost at a 4, this is going to be a 3, even straight. 12 points, 12 out of 20. That's a solid 3. And I'm happy with that. I think it's pretty decent, especially for the price. If you can get your hands on this, definitely get it. Probably make some really good cocktails that require scotches, as long as they're not overly smoky scotches, because you're not getting any smoke in this.
No.
But I like it. It's going to be a nice everyday drink when I go back to my UK residency with my kids.
And I'd say, like, you say water, I may do on the rock.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Tell us what you think. Have you had Grag and Glen? Grag and Glen? Let us know what your opinion is. Where is it available at in your area, if at all? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that you will never find this in the U.S. at a liquor store, but you might. But all of our UK and European watchers, let us know what you think about it. Check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok, and all of our merchandise. Remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. It's really good whiskey for the price, but it's good whiskey. Cheers.
Laters.